Timing controls. Various behavioral timing control constructs are available in Verilog. In Verilog, if there are no timing control statements, the simulation time does not advance. Timing controls provide a way to specify the simulation time at which procedural assignments will execute. There are three methods of timing control, such as delay-based, event-based, and level-sensitive. Now, delay-based timing control. Delay-based timing control in an expression specifies the time duration between when the statement is encountered and when it is executed. We use delay-based timing control statements when writing few modules in the preceding chapters. Delays are specified by the symbol hash. Delay-based timing control can be specified by a number, identifier, or a minimum, typical, maximum expression. There are three types of delay control for procedural assignments, such as regular delay control, intra-assignment delay control, and zero delay control. Now, starting from regular delay control. Regular delay control is used when a non-zero delay is specified to the left of a procedural assignment. Please note that when we specify the delay at left of a procedural assignment, then it is known as regular delay control. This is the example of regular delay control. Here we have used the delay at left of the assignment statement, so this is known as regular delay control. Second, intra-assignment delay control. Instead of specifying delay control to the left of the assignment, it is possible to assign a delay to the right of the assignment operator. Please note the difference that in intra-assignment delay, we will use to assign the delay to the right of the assignment operator. Such delay specification alters the flow of activity in a different manner. Examples shows the contrast between intra-assignment delays and regular delays. This is example related to intra-assignment delays. Here you can see that here hash 5 is used as an intra-assignment delay, and this command is executed as take value of x and z at time 0, evaluate x plus z at time 0, and then wait 5 time units to assign value to y. Here please note the difference that in regular delay control we will use hash 5 here, and after 5 time units all of the statement will be executed. But in intra-assignment delay, here x plus z is executed at time 0, and after 5 time units this result will be assigned to this y. Now, if we want the same execution using regular delay control, then we have to use a temporary variable and store the value x plus z, and after 5 time units it is assigned to y. The difference between intra-assignment delays and regular delays differ the execution of the entire assignment. Regular delays differ the execution of the entire assignment, and intra-assignment delays compute the right hand side expression at the current time and defer the assignment of the computed value to the left hand side variable. Please note the difference that in regular delay, entire assignment have to wait as per specified delay, but in intra-assignment delay, right hand side expression will be computed at the current time and defer the assignment of the computed value to the left hand side variable. Intra-assignment delays are like using regular delays with a temporary variable to store the current value of a right hand side expression. Now, zero delay control. Procedural assignments in different always and initial blocks may be evaluated at the same simulation time. The order of execution of these statements in different always initial blocks is non-deterministic, as we know that multiple always and initial blocks will start at time 0. So in case of multiple always blocks, execution of statements is non-deterministic. So to minimize these non-deterministic situations, zero delay control is a method to ensure that a statement is executed last after all other statements in that simulation time are executed. This is used to eliminate race conditions. However, if there are multiple zero delay statements, the order between them is non-deterministic. Race condition is like the execution time is not deterministic. Let's see the example. Here in this example, two initial blocks are used and both will be start and at 0, but this hash 0 is known as zero delay control. It means that these statements will be executed last as compared to these statements, but as per comparison of this x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 1, which will be executed first, is also non-deterministic because both have zero delay control, and it means that these both statements will be executed last, but which will be at last is not deterministic. Now x is equal to 0, y 0, x1 and y1 are to be executed at simulation time 0. Here these are executed at simulation time 0. However, since x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 1 have hash 0, they will be executed last. These all will be start at time 0, but these statements will be executed last due to this zero delay control. At the end of time 0, x will have value 1 and y will have value 1. The order in which x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 1 are executed is not deterministic. In this example used as an illustration, however, using hash 0 is not a recommended practice in practical circuits. Event based timing control. An event is the change in the value on a register or a net. When any value of the register or net is changed, an event is occur. Events can be utilized to trigger execution of a statement or a block of statements. There are 4 types of event based timing control, such as regular event, named event, event or, and level sensitive timing control. Now starting from regular event, this symbol is used to specify an event control. Statements can be executed on changes in signal value or at a positive or negative transition of the signal value. The keyword passAge is used for a positive transition. Now these are the examples. At clock q is equal to d, it means that whenever clock value is changed, please note, when the value of clock is changed, not 1 or 0, when changed, q is equal to d will be executed. When the positive edge of clock occur or clock does a positive transition from 0 to 1, x or z, or x to 1, z to 1, then this statement will be occur. So whenever the change occur in the clock as positive edge, then this statement will be executed. Similarly, at negative edge, this statement will be executed. And here please note the difference, that we have changed the assignment as q is equal to at. It means that d is evaluated immediately and assigned to q at the positive edge of clock. Now named event control. Verilog provides the capability to declare an event and then trigger and recognize the occurrence of that event. The event does not hold any data. A named event is declared by the keyword event. Whenever the keyword event is used, it means that a named event is referring. An event is triggered by the symbol. This is the symbol. You can see that a dash and greater than sign. The triggering of the event is recognized by the symbol at. This is the example. Here we have defined an event. Event name is received data. Now in an always block, and it will check the whether clock has positive edge transition or not. When the transition occur and this conditional statement is checked, and if last data packet is true, then this received data event is triggered. It means that trigger the event named as received data. This is the named event control because we have defined it here. So this event is triggered, and concurrently this always block is also activated because this received data has been triggered. Await triggering of event received data. When event is triggered, store all 4 packets of received data in data buffer using concatenation operator. Here when this received data will occur, then this command will be executed. Now event arc control. Sometimes a transition on any one of multiple signals or events can trigger the execution of a statement or a block of statements. It means that when an event concurrently occur, then event arc control can be used. The list of events or signals expressed as an R is also known as sensitivity list. The keyword R is used to specify multiple triggers. We have also discussed this event arc control in last lecture. Now this example is related to event arc control. Here you can see that always add reset or clock RD. It means that this always blocks have to wait to change in these signals, and if any signal is changed, then this block will be executed. Now here you can see that these are the sensitivity list. This sensitivity list can also be specified using comma operator instead of the R operator. You can also use as an instead of R you can use the comma. Here a comma is used, and here the same operation will be executed. Sometimes sensitivity lists can be very large. Moreover, if an input variable is missed from the sensitivity list, the block will not behave like a combinational logic block. Here this is the sensitivity list, and this depends on these signals, and if any signal missed from this sensitivity list, then these block will not be executed correctly because this block is sensitive to these signals. So when a sensitivity list is very large like this is very large sensitivity list, and there is a chance to miss a signal. So to avoid from these difficulties, these asterisk can be used to solve this problem. Both are similar, at asterisk or at in the brackets. These special symbols are sensitive to a change on any signal. All of the signals which are using in the always or initial block will be included in this sensitivity list. This asterisk means that all of the signals will be included. Here is the example. These are the sensitivity list, and if any one of the signal is missed from this list, these execution may not work properly. So instead of writing this, we can use at and an asterisk is used, then all of the signals here that are used in the body of the always block will be included in the sensitivity list. Now, level sensitive timing control. Event control discussed earlier waited for the change of a signal value or the triggering of an event. The symbol add provides edge sensitive control. Please note that this symbol is the edge sensitive control. If we want level sensitive timing control, then we will use the keyword wait. Verilog also allows level sensitive timing control, that is the ability to wait for a certain condition to be true before a statement or a block of statements is executed. Please note the difference. Wait is used for level sensitive timing control and symbol add is used to provide edge sensitive timing control. This is the example. An always block is used. This wait statement is used for level sensitive control, and this count enable, this is checked whether this is true or not. If this is true or high, then this command will executed. Count is equal to count plus 1 after 20 time units. The value of count enable is monitored continuously. If it is logical one, the statement is executed after 20 time units, and if is 0, the statement is not executed if this count enable is 0. If count enable stays at 1, count will be incremented every 20 time units. If count enable is continuously 1, then this command will be executed after 20 time units. I hope you understand this lecture. For any queries, you may contact on my email or WhatsApp. Thank you.